WIBTA, for not inviting my poly friends' partners to my wedding. I 25F am getting married in September. My husband, Mike, and I are doing a big wedding for 250 guests. I've always dreamed of having a storybook wedding. I asked my best friend Marissa, 25F, to be my MOH, and she happily agreed. She's been a huge help to me in every step of planning the wedding. Marissa is in a poly relationship and she has 3 partners: Greg, 24M, Brandon, 27M, and Ace, 22NB. She's been with Greg for 5 years and was the first partner she had. They added Brandon and Ace over the course of their relationship, with Ace being the newest member. They all date each other and seem to be happy. I don't really get it, if I'm being honest, but it's not my business. However, the issue came into play when Mike, 32M, pulled me aside and said while he loves Marissa, he didn't feel like spending the wedding explaining her love life to his family. Which I understand. They are very conservative and hardly accept LGBT people, as is let alone a LGBT polyset. I had already reserved 4 spots of Marissa and Amp. But my husband suggested he invite a few coworkers to take the partner's spot, and Marissa could come alone. I didn't want to ruin his big day, so I agreed reluctantly. I know I should have told Marissa from the get-go, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So when invite went out, she called me up immediately and asked why she didn't have a +3 invite. I explained to her exactly what I said above, and she just said, "Oh," and hung up. Next thing I know, Brandon is calling me and begging me to reconsider, saying they promise they won't act like they are in a relationship, but they want to be there for me. Except, I can hear Greg in the background telling him tell me to fuck off, and that I'm an asshole, and he doesn't even want to go. I explained to Brandon that I already gave their spots to Mike's coworkers. Brandon says okay, thank you, and hangs up. Marissa texts me the next day saying she isn't coming unless they can go. Mike said he can't uninvite his coworkers now, so it's not his problem. I told him I would add them and pay the costs, and he just said if I want to spend the whole time explaining their relationship to people, then so be it, but he isn't wasting his time doing it, and will just send people my way. Our other friends think I'm an asshole, but Mike's friend and a few of my non-mutual friends don't think I am. Just want some more unbiased opinions. Edit. I am the asshole, that's for sure. I followed a lot of advice in this post and asked Mike what he thinks in the morning. He said to talk to Marissa first and see what she wants, and we'll make it work. I also had him read over the post himself, and he said that a lot of the comments opened his eyes on how he himself was coming off. So we both decided to call Marissa together and beg for forgiveness. We called her, and she was happy to talk. We explained our side of things, but acknowledged that it was a massive fuck-up and could have been handled so much better. We invited her and her partners, obviously, and said we would be happy to whatever it takes to have them forgive us. She asked her partners about it, and Brandon and Greg both agreed they would prefer to just split the setup. So Greg and Marissa would be a couple for the wedding, and Brandon and Ace would be a couple. They, however, would need to talk to Ace first. They were at work, and that they would get back to me. So that's where we currently stand. Edit 2. I never told Marissa I was inviting her partners, I just had a list of invites with Mike. I'm still the asshole, but wanted to explain that. Last edit, Ace got out of work a few hours ago and we all got on speakerphone and had a long conversation with this post pulled up. The crew was all happy to be defended, but did think people went a little harder than they would have even Greg. He actually laughed at me, calling himself absorbed because he is lol.